All right, Derrick, you guys been out here a few days with first day in pads. What was kind of the feel out there for you?
It was great. Be able to put the pads on. Now, it's real football when the pads come on. Everybody was excited to get out there and fly around. And today was the first day. I know other guys are looking forward to tomorrow and the rest of the week to clean things up and make each other better.
What about the steady builds you guys have had in developing this offense under your new OC and some of the new coaches here?
Yeah, just taking it one day at a time, learning the system, learning each other, having that accountability at the same time, and just continue to have that growth mindset of getting better every day, individually and collectively.
Is it a significantly different offense, be it language and some of the things you guys are trying to do at all different positions?
Yeah, I mean, they brought their the style of offense that they want to run, and it's up to us to perfect it and learn it and go out there and execute when we're out there. But yeah, man, excited to be in this offense and excited to get to work and see how much we grow over training camp.
You talk about being excited. I read something you said earlier this year, like you were more motivated than ever to come out and really, have a good start and get to training camp and do some stuff. What is the cause of that motivation?
Well, I just feel like, last year didn't go the way I wanted it to individually, and then, we wasn't happy how the year ended last year as a group. So just motivated from that, want to be better, wanting to play better, and getting better results, individually as a group when we're out there. But, it starts here by putting the work in and letting it translate when that time comes.
And culture, Kyle Hamilton just told us something. We saw you guys running for sprints after practice, something you don't see, but he said the coach wanted some of the guys who didn't get a ton of work in to run sprints, and all the veterans and everyone decided to come in and run everything as a team. What about that camaraderie and everything you guys are putting together?
Just trying to be leaders, guys who are leaders on this team, just trying to lead by example, and help the young guys, show them the ropes, make sure we're doing what we need to do as leaders, so this team is ready, and just want them to know that we're going to do everything we can to help this team, and whether it's running extra or doing what we got to do for us to be successful.
What does football mean to you? You're still here after 11 years, man, doing it at a high level. What does it mean?
I mean, I love it. It means everything to me. It's my dream since I was a little boy, wanting to make it to the NFL, and I'm so blessed and thankful that God's been so good to me to make it to my 11th year, and I'm gonna keep going as long as I can. But just blessed and grateful for how much joy and how many blessings this game has brought me.
And with that, on the way up, we saw you, just spending some time with a young kid, tossing the ball around with him, shaking his hand. What about your opportunity also to reach out and maybe touch a life like that, so maybe some kid can have the same dream you have?
Oh yeah, man. I love the youth. I love spending time with the youth. Anytime I can, I'm always going to do that. That's why I have my 2 Hour Foundation that tries to level the playing field for every adolescent in need, which is the youth, and that's just my approach. Anytime I can affect a young person, a young kid in any way that I can, community, that's what I'm going to try to do, because I've been blessed. I just want to be a blessing to others.
One last football strategic thing. We're hearing across the league quarterbacks going under center more, and we saw, we've heard the coaches here saying that's going to happen more here. As a running back, when a quarterback is under center, not back in the gun, how much does that help you execute what you want to do in running the football, hitting the holes, things like that?
I mean, it really don't matter to me whether we in under the center, in the gun, the pistol. It really doesn't matter. I'm ready to go either way. So, however we want to do it, let's go.
Let's go. I hear you, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Take care. Kyle, man, first off, it's not often we see players at the end of practice publicly running sprints out here and doing gassers. What's up with that? Are you guys getting punished or just a little extra condition?
Nah, I mean, we had a long play period kind of to end practice, and some guys didn't get reps, so they wanted those guys to go over and do a little conditioning, and then a bunch of vets, everybody who got reps just jumped in.
All right.
Pretty cool. Yeah, but that's why I'm looking like this right now.
Well, what about that teamwork? I mean, the culture and everything has already been established here, but now you guys are turning the page a little bit, like the vets jumping in with those guys. What about that?
Yeah, I mean, once you get in this league, they say it all the time. Doesn't matter where you're drafted. It's the ultimate just humbling league association. It's a year-to-year basis, so just because you've done something in your past career, whatever it may be, everybody's trying to reinvent themselves make themselves better. So we kind of see each other as equals around here.
And what's kind of been the messaging this offseason, from offseason until now, the way you guys are steadily building?
Yeah, it's, you know, we've had success in the past since I've been here, and last year obviously took a step back. So, you know, it's not necessarily back to the drawing board trying to reinvent the wheel, but, you know, we understand and we appreciate the work that we have to do, and Jesse does a good job of kind of laying it all out for us and instilling confidence in us.
Jesse Minter made us hay coaching DBs.
Yeah.
Are you noticing something that he's doing with some of the stuff him and Anthony Weaver are trying to do with the secondary that's like, okay, this is going to be pretty cool?
Yeah, I can tell he has a lot of faith in us, a lot of trust in us, just by the way, you know, our technique, wants us to get up and press a lot. He likes us in press and, you know, likes us challenging receivers, and, you know, it's not something that goes unnoticed as a defensive and as a defensive backs room. You know, having confidence in yourself is most important, but people around you having confidence in you just only helps out much more.
Talk about challenging your receivers. That's something that, you know, I think the Ravens want to see is some of these receivers develop. They got the two young rookies. You know, they've got Rashad, and you know how good Zay is. What about that group from your perspective that you've seen so far?
They play very well off each other. Like they got all body types, all different types of skill sets in that room, and they do a good job of mixing them in. And you know, not every guy's just a one-trick pony. Obviously, Zay does a bunch of stuff, does a lot of stuff, but Bate also, Jacoby, Elijah,
right.
all those guys are coming along. You know, there's tight ends in that mix too, Mark obviously, but a few young guys who are going to make plays for us. And you know, when you got 2-2 back there, it doesn't hurt either. So, you know, they're specifically receivers, to answer your question. I think they do a great job just kind of playing off each other and again giving them confidence.
I know it's early and you guys just started hitting today, but the addition of getting Trey Hendrickson there on the edge, and looks like you're going to have Nnamdi Madubuike back. I mean, getting those guys up front, how much is that going to help this defense?
Yeah, I mean, you know, rush and coverage both help each other. There's great coverage and you get coverage sacks, but, you know, sometimes you don't have great coverage and then you look up and D-line celebrating because they got a sack. That's got to be the best feeling in sports as a DB. But, you know, having those guys up front, it alleviates a lot of pressure on everybody, coaches included. Like, you don't have to cook up the perfect blitz, perfect play call, just four-man rush, go get a sack. And, you know, that allows you to open up your playbook so much more when you have that ability.
I want to ask you a little bit about Lamar, too. I mean, I think everyone's talking about he's got a new system and a new offensive coordinator. But just what have you seen from him and the way he's approached everything this training camp?
Very kind of what I said in the beginning. Like, everybody kind of reinvents themselves, and, you know, no baggage, good or bad, is brought into this season. And that's what I feel like Lamar's been. You know, obviously he's a two-time MVP and, you know, one of the best at his position to ever play, in my opinion, and all these accolades. But, you know, he takes hard coaching very well. Never has any sort of attitude towards anybody. If anything, it's at himself when he may mess up. And, you know, everybody's seeing our leader, you know, our best player act like that. There's no excuse for you to look at yourself and not do anything different than that. So he sets a great example, and I'm excited and happy to have him as that quarterback.
Great, Kyle. Appreciate the time.
Appreciate you. Thank you.